This is Van Rattingen's first loader crane in their fleet. They specialize in mobile cranes, but they wanted to add additional string to their bow. There was an apparent need to combine lifting requirements with transport solutions in one multifunctional package. That's why we are here today at Kluytmans to take a closer look how they transferred the heavy super crane DNA into the first Fassi F1750 Techno in the Netherlands. So let me introduce you to vessel, the third generation of Kluytmans, and we're gonna have some crane talk. Vessel, can you tell us a little bit of the story of this company, Van Rattingen? How come they came to you for the loader crane like this?
Yeah, this is the first loader crane for Van Rattingen. They have they have some mobile cranes and other stuff. And now they can do another kind of lifting with the loader crane. You can load stuff, you bring it with you, and you can do some other work what you probably would do with a mobile crane.
So they were looking for a bit of diversification in the lifting spectrum. Obviously they derived from the mobile crane industry, and they were looking for something more compact, basically lifting and transport in one package. So this is kind of a special coincidence, because it's a first customer, and with the first Fassi 1750 in the Netherlands, yeah? So that's a double unique.
Double first.
Double first, yeah.
It's more an all-rounder. Because of the dismountable fifth wheel, dismountable rear with the extendable flat deck. So I think you can do all kind of jobs with it, and that's the reason why the client wants to have this kind of build.
So the client was looking for the bit of the wide range of versatility and diversity, because to be able to cover a lot of different aspects, both of lifting and transporting, including the step frame trailers, flatbed deck trailers, wafer deck trailers, drawbar trailers, and removing the need for trailers, you could just stick it back into the either crane mode to keep it compact, or with adding the extendable deck, increase the option for rigid mode for heavy loads. How does the process look like to build such a great superstructure?
First, the customer comes to our workshop. Then we have to discuss how many axles do you want, the compartments of the truck, where do we gonna put it. Then the chassis comes to our workshop. First we 3D engineer everything.
Also, everything is programmed in the designing program, yeah?
Yeah. And then we do the laser cutting, the bending on a bending machine. Then we go welding the subframe. Then we put the subframe on the chassis. Then we put everything on it, so all the stainless steel. And then we put everything off. Everything goes to the painter.
Yeah.
And then they come back, and then it's like a package that would come together.
And then once everything is ready, then you put all the electronics and
Yeah, it's on the end. When the subframe goes to the painter, then we have a lot of space between the chassis. Then we can prepare all the electricity and everything.
Yeah.
So then it's come back, and then we put everything on it and make it one piece again.
Let's have a talk about crane now itself, and why Fassi Techno? What's the difference between the previous Fassi and this one?
They have auto stability control system, and that means you can choose between a bubble and you can choose between the length sensor. So you can choose which one fits better for which job. So you can choose. And you can choose it on the remote control.
So before you proceed lifting, you can choose which system is going to take control of the lift.
Yeah.
Also the second feature, which is the most important, which is?
The X-Design boom. It's an 8 times folded boom. Increase the strength and it's less weight. Yeah, increase the weight. And that means also, because it's lighter, they managed to put a heavier jib on it. So you have a stronger jib.
For the further distances,
yeah?
On the good advantages, they managed to redesign the boom, keep the weight down, and translate it into the stronger Flyjib for the greater load capacities at the further distances. And also, we were studying the brochure this morning, and we've come across a little detail, a pro-link, which means
you can increase the angle of the jib by 20 degrees. So you're normally 180 degrees, and you can increase this width by 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, so it's a great advantage because most of the crane brands, they give you the, let's say, lifting something through the window,
Yeah, you
like really flat,
more angle.
and then you try to send the Flyjib upwards. Then they only give you like 10 to 15 degrees maximum, and with the Fassi you've got extra 5 degrees.
Yeah.
So that gives you the advantage to send loads a little bit higher when it matters. So I understand that this vehicle is still awaiting to be tested, yes?
Yes, it's true, because first the removal back has to be done, so we can do the load test when the build is completely finished.
Can you tell us a brief description of the capacities of what's possible with this crane?
Yeah, we can take the brochure.
Maximum capacity on the full detracted 30 tons. That's good going.
Yeah.
And then this version is 8 extension boom.
Yeah, and six extension jib.
And the maximum capacity on the Flyjib when it's fully out?
1600.
1.6 tons.
Yeah. And they also have GDP, and that means that when you're extending, it keeps the 7th and the 8th extension in, and you get maximum lifting moment of 10 tons on the jib.
All right. So when you've got main jib is on 6 extensions, and you've got Flyjib fully retracted, you can lift 10 tons on the Flyjib.
Yeah.
And when you extend the Flyjib in that mode, what can you lift? 1.7 tons when it's in that mode, and when everything is extended, 1.6 tons on the Flyjib.
And when you don't use GDP, so you go to the 8th extension, you can lift 8 tons on a fully retracted jib.
What I've noticed, a very special, it's unusual in other countries, but in the Netherlands it's quite common thing to have. This is obviously 5-axle truck with capacity to pull the semi-trailer because it has the 5th wheel.
Yeah.
But also you can remove it, and you've introduced this client with a solution that basically you can extend the deck, and that becomes then like a still solo rigid truck.
Yeah, we have a removable back over here, and it will extend the loading space with 80 centimeters.
Also, that becomes 80 centimeters longer.
80 centimeters longer, and it's with an hydraulically extendable bar, and then you can increase the loading space to 1.5 meters on the back with the removable back.
Oh, right. And you can put twist locks or twist locks mountings for.
Yeah.
So that like on Jos trucks, because you don't forget Jos's truck has been built by the same guys. Shout out to Jos. So Jos had a similar sort of situation where he had extendable back, but obviously without putting it because his truck is just completely rigid. He can't pull the semi-trailers like this one, for example.
No.
As I've noticed, because from what I understood before, you're still building the extendable bar, the extendable back for the client.
It's not ready yet.
But could you explain to us how does that work to connect it?
Yeah, of course. It's pretty easy. It works with a kind of hook, and it falls behind this one, and it pushes it itself in place.
Also, basically, you got like a guide groove,
Yeah.
and then you got 2 already mounted pins on the top and on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's the slots in.
Yeah, it's kind of a hook, and it put in here, and it hooks itself in the correct way.
And you normally lift it with the crane, or can you do it with the external device like forklift? Can you do it as well?
Yeah. No, it's possible, but you have to pick it up from above because you have a certain degree, a certain angle to put it in the.
Makes sense. It shouldn't take 5 minutes and it's on, and you got 80 centimeters extra loading.
80 centimeters. Yeah, with an increase till 1.5 meter.
1.5 meters long in total.
Yeah.
So I've also noticed it's not something very common in England because this system is not allowed in England and probably other countries as well. But Netherlands has their own.
It's
route.
allowed.
And it's beautiful because you can remove the 5th wheel, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
And could you explain to us briefly how does the process look like?
You have to remove these red handles.
Yes.
And then it's hooked. It's hooked in the subframe. And then you have to pull it forward, push it forward, and you can lift it up.
Okay, and then it comes out.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put it back on, just do it in reverse.
Yeah.
That's so simple. And all you have to do is just pull out 2 bolts. Pull out the safety pins, lift it up, slide it, and it's out. Another thing we wanted to touch upon is because Kluytmans, for me and for our audience at Craneformers, you build such a signature builds, iconic I would even say, and every space on the truck is never left unused.
Yes.
Everything is basically nicely finished, all the edges, all the practical solutions for storage, everything is blended in. The composition is like next to none.
Yeah. I think we make from useful space. So with
Useful and
toolboxes,
beautiful.
yeah, useful and beautiful. And with all the details, it's fit together. So we're happy with the end result.
And I believe you've done something quite unusual on this truck. Would you tell us
I
what
can
it
show
is?
you. It's the battery compartment. It's over here.
You wouldn't expect batteries in that position. Normally you would have it somewhere like in that sort of area, but
it's true.
they utilized a bit of storage space for other equipment. They said, wow, we can fit nicely, and this is all blended with the
Yeah,
this
so it
finished
comes all
C-section.
together.
Really ingenious, yeah? Tell us in the comments if you like this solution. And if you know where to go, now we found your answer.
Come to Kluytmans.
Come to Kluytmans. You see, look how nicely it is. It's a combination of the design and practicality all in one package. Right out of the way, it's just above the tank. That little bit of space that you can sacrifice for something that you're probably gonna use every 2 years when it comes to exchange the batteries when they go flat. Otherwise, the batteries would have been like somewhere here, and then you don't have any room because you've got an AdBlue tank.
An AdBlue tank, and now we have extra space over here.
And now we've got extra space.
On a more useful space, I think.
Yeah, for little equipment
Yeah.
or any tools. You would say, or ask the question, where's the air tanks, yeah? The air tanks would be somewhere fitted in this area.
That's
Where
over
are
here.
they?
You can see between this hole over here we have built the air tanks.
Oh, is it? Wow, so you probably can't see, you have to just get closer, but one of the air tanks is there.
Yeah.
And it's on the other side the same?
All the side is the same.
All right, let's walk around to the other side of the truck, on the passenger side, here in Europe, because obviously in the UK this would be a driver's side. Let's have a look how they managed to organize the storage on the opening side of the crane.
Yes. This toolbox we have made for, especially on the opening side of the crane, for heavy lift equipment.
All the auxiliaries like for Flyjib and winch.
We can open it up over here.
See, everything is right under the arm for
Easy
the purpose
access.
of easy access, practicality.
And over here we have our standard Y toolboxes.
All the axle boxes.
Yeah, dus always the same. With little hooks over here.
Hang the chain,
hooks, the hooks,
master
everything.
link, the shackles and stuff. And another one on there. So we've got 2 axle boxes.
Yeah, it's the same one as this one. A little bit smaller.
See, everything's got its own space, own place, and own purpose. You can put ladders, probably.
Ladders in here, and
All the bits.
on the top we have the Kluytmans, it's called. And you
Kluytmans what?
yeah, the Kluytmans over there.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like a jib, but you have to do it by yourself. So you can.
Oh, the manual extension.
Yeah, the manual extension. And like you can set the hook in different places.
Oh, different angles, yeah.
Yeah, different angles. And then you can put it in the jib, and then you have a manually second jib.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so this is like a manual extension. Just one, because that upper bit, it slots into the jib, yeah?
Yeah.
And then that's what sticks out. You put the hook on the end, on here or there. The next thing we wanted to touch upon is, as we've seen, this is the 10x4. And what are the weight allowances in the Netherlands? Because as we know, as Finland and Netherlands, it's kind of a heaven for transportation, which most of the countries are jealous of. So what can you carry with the vehicle like this?
The front 2 axles you can, there's both 10 tons.
10 tons on front and this one?
Yes, and then on the back, the 3 ones, it's 27.5.
Okay.
So in total you can weight 47.5.
47.5, and as a rigid, 47.5 tons. So for example, that's like a guesswork. Let's say if that weighs 34 tons or 35 tons, you still have like over 10 tons, 12 tons load capacity. You can put like a big generator or stuff on the back and safely load it. And then when the fifth wheel is back on, that can then lift 50 tons, yeah?
50 tons, yeah.
It can carry 50 tons then. That's really good going, yeah? And with a massive crane, like 175 ton meter crane. For your time and explaining a little bit about this beautifully designed build. And we're looking forward to the load test and see how this beast performs.
Yeah. Thank you for coming by. And maybe we can film if the load test is done.